Okay guys, my weekend trip to Minnesota, our road trip. It was mine and my wife's anniversary on Friday, so we ended up hitting up Cabela's in Woodbury. That was our first stop on the way up. I had a few discounted gift cards and ended up grabbing these for her. And, oh, let's see. They were a bargain cave item, so $58 with the card discounted. I think they came out to roughly like $51, roughly with the discount I got. Called the store Saturday morning after I dropped my wife off at her conference, and I was gonna go chase after an S7 Edge. Well, they had theirs on display, and it was an active mod. Even though the phone was discontinued, they wouldn't be able to do anything. I wasn't going to drive 40 minutes away just to argue with them and try to get it out of them. Hit the second store, which is where I found all this stuff on this stack right here. Got over there, and they had an S7 active that they were supposed to have. Well, they had it. It was on display, and it was an active mod. The department manager went as far as showing me the actual mod set to make sure it was active, to prove it. So, not a whole lot of anything I could do there. I did remember that there was some other stuff in the store, and I figured, before I leave the store, let's see what we can find. Went over, found the Suprema 20-gauge shot shells right away. I got a couple guys around here that those will probably be a super quick flip for. Probably double my money on those, pretty quick order. They were supposed to have one of the 55 grains, which you guys know the 55 grains are on sale for $5 a box at a lot of stores. Well, the thing is, these 40 grains aren't on sale, but they were in the sale slot. So, since they were in the slot for the 55 grainers, I told them I wanted all 10. Store manager came over, and he's like, I can't sell you that many. Tried getting 4 out of them. He wasn't having that. He said I could take 2 at the $5 a box. I happily took the 2 at the $5 a box. I wanted to be on my way and keep going. I know I've shown you guys this one before. I picked up another Gerber Gator when I was up there. Real nice knife. It's about a $40 knife, and I think even on eBay they go for pretty much right around that. Hit the second store of the day and didn't have any luck. Was in and out. It was a phone, and they didn't have it. They basically are away from selling contract phones and only sell prepaids now. So getting a contract phone on them wasn't going to be possible because they can't sell it because they don't have the warp system anymore. Hit the third store of the day. I believe his name was Demarion. Kid really went to bat helping me out. They had 3 air rifles they were supposed to have. And I don't know how many of you guys know the Gamble air rifles, but the old school Gambles that Walmart carried actually came in a black box. And we found 3 black box ones tucked in behind all the white box ones. The problem we were running into was they were all inventoried as this current model with the white and the red box, but every single one of the rest of them was actually, when you scanned them, they said 0 on hand, and they showed the old price from the old one because the sale's no longer on. So I tried hashing it out with the assistant store manager, saying, hey, you have these, this is the correct inventory and stuff, but you don't have them. You actually have these inventoried as those. And he's like, well, the stuff matches. He's like, I just can't give you that much in markdown money to be able to mark them down properly. And I'm like, well, just scan the UPCs. He's like, well, that's not allowed. So, walked out of there with 8 more Supremas. Found some of the 15 packs of 20 gauge Remington slugs. They were supposed to have 20. They only had 10 boxes. I have a feeling there's 2 cases somewhere sitting in back. We had to dig behind all of the clearance out ammo sitting on the bottom shelf before we finally were able to dig those out of there. Found a couple 308 Winchesters. I took one for my buddy because at the $7 a piece, I can't flip them and make money, and I didn't have the spare money to play with to just buy all up. Picked up the buckshots for $1 a box. That's pretty common fare. And I know MGK put out something on that for the knife and the plier combos. Picked that up for $5, so not bad. Drove to the third store looking for a phone. No luck on that, so I just kept moving on. Or no, that was the fourth store that I drove to after I went to lunch with my wife. Started out on the south end of Minneapolis area and went to a store. They were supposed to have these plus four of the big cats, the Big Cat Whispers or something like that, and a Fusion Elite. And they had these, and they would not go in back and check for the other ones for me, which really kind of ticked me off because I wanted one of those Fusion Elites bad for my kid. I promised my son that he would get an air rifle out of this trip if I could come across one. So he's going to end up getting an air pistol because that was the best that I could come up with on this trip. He'll be more than happy, so that's always a good thing. The one plus side is one of them comes with an extra free 50 pellets. Those were $13 a piece. I also found a replacement wallet. They have a Realtree wallet that I had for probably 10 years, and I picked up another one while I was there because mine's finally starting to fall apart. Hit the fourth store, or no, like the fifth or sixth store by now. They were showing 5 of these on the floor, 2 in back. Well, truth be told, they had it. There was all 5 of them in back. They were supposed to have air rifles as well. No luck, no beans. I struck out hard on the air rifles. Like, it shows a lot of inventory of air rifles up there, but they had nothing. Like, either they wouldn't go looking, or the guys that did look were striking out and not finding anything. Hit up another store after that, looking for 3 more of those ballistic silver tips. I cannot find the receipt for these for the life of me right now. If I find it, I'll show it to you guys. But they were $7 a piece. So 7 of them was $50. Other than that, I looked for a box of the Fusion 3030s, actually 10 boxes, and they were nowhere to be had. So struck out on those, and I struck out on 3 boxes of those ballistic silver tips as well. Kind of disappointed that the cell phones didn't go better, but I mean, I showed you guys the Cabela's receipt. There's the one with Varmint X. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys the Varmint X. There's the 40 grainers. I did notice some stores were starting to clear these out, and they told me that these were being discontinued as well. So that UPC might come in handy, guys. Then I got the knife. It was the same store. It was after the fact. More for the $3 a box shotgun slugs and the air pistols. And like I said, I can't find the receipt for the life of me on the ballistic silver tips. I'll probably find it when I'm cleaning up my van in a day or two. But hopefully you guys enjoy that, and good luck hunting.